Greetings, YouTube viewers. Today we're going to be taking a look at Black Crow's song called "By Your Side," and I'm going to show you the song in E standard tuning, which is originally not what Rich Robertson uses. He uses open G tuning. So this is kind of like I'm playing the song in the perspective of the lead guitarist in the band. So let's check it out. As it starts off, it's in the key. The whole song's in the key of D. I mean. And the opening riff starts off using various notes from the major pentatonic D major pentatonic scale. So that's 10-7, 10-7, 9-7, 9-7, 9-7, 10-7. So that's the scale you're using. So starts off going like this. That's the open riff that Rich plays. So that's going that's in a bend from the G string, a whole step bend all the way up to the to the 11th fret. Actually, it might be a half fret bend. I don't know. So you just want to bend it up and release. Go down the scale. Then again go and hit it twice to when you hit that twice you bend up. You want to do that little bendy double stop thing, which you're bending up and grabbing the B string note with your pinky. And that's one technique you can learn and incorporate into your lead playing is, especially in the major pentatonic, is those nice little double stops, So, and then he does a little double stop in right after that. And he goes back up, slides back up. He does a little hammer-on pull-off. I mean a hammer-on. And then up pick with the next note after that. So slowly. Just like that. I might have went a little too fast. Sorry about that. I'll go again. Whoops. And also do rakes when you're doing it, which is just making that little scratch sound, and make sure you're muting it with your left hand when you do that, or else you'll just hit open strings and that would sound bad. So that's pretty much it for that part. And then what the lead guitarist is doing is he comes on after that he comes in and does the what's it called, harmony of it, which is a fret higher. You're just bending on the B string, a double whole step bend, just like that. Just the same phrase, melodic phrase, except for on different strings, and it can sound really beautiful is the best word to describe it. So when you're playing it in harmony with that part. So then he does a what's it called, and goes right down the scale. So you're doing a double stop bend there, where you're hitting two notes at the same time. And you go down and you hit that little power chord, and then you bring it back into D major. And then you're ready to start the second riff. So you're just going down with pull-offs. And it's just really just improvising, but I'll play a sampled part, which I think is close to what they do, at least on the live version. It might be a little bit different on the studio version, but I like it when they played it on the live version a little bit better on YouTube. So it goes. For the harmony part. Alright, so after that, you're going to get into this little, like, kind of like I guess it's kind of like a bridge into the main like verse of the song. So it just has this little instrumental break before the real verse comes up at the beginning of the song. So it's going. Like that, and both guitarists are using that, a formation of that that's similar. So in the E standard way, what you want to do is you're going to hit if you're just going to bar it, the three middle strings to get that that D chord sound. You know, but you're not going to get that low A string. You're just going to get the D, G, and B, and then you want to hit a G triad, which is when you put your ring finger on the 9th fret and on the D string, and your middle finger on the 8th fret. I'm going to make that sound in the 3 middle strings of the guitar. Just focus on hitting only those and muting everything else. Then you're going to do a little hammer-on double stop thing where you're playing 2 notes at the same time. So double stop, that means playing 2 notes at the same time if you don't know what that means already. That's just using hammer-on pull-offs from just going back and forth from just like that. And you go back and hit the D thing, and then you do the little shuffle. That's just a power chord with your pinky. So in review, really slowly. And that's just the main interlude part into the verse part. And the verse part is really similar to that, except for it's much easier. All you're doing is just doing that D, G hammer-on thing or addition thing with the shuffle part. So you just go. Just at that that simple rhythm, just like that. And that's the part where Chris Robinson's singing over for the majority of the song. So that's the main part, which is all in D, and just a switch up with the D, G hammer-on triad thing, and the shuffle part, you know, with the bar chord, with the major 6 that you're hitting with your pinky. So after that, you want to go down to what's going to be called a C major 7 chord, except for you're not going to be open C major 7, except for you're not going to actually be playing the major 7th in it. You're just going to be hitting the three strings that make it sound just like a little C chord. But you want to hit it. You want to put your fingers down for the C major 7, which is your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and your 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret. So you go down to the G chord. So then you walk down with just 2 opens on the G and D string, and then you hit a G chord fingered like this, because it's easier to finger it that way when you're playing with the C chord like that. You're just hitting the A string, D string, G string. Then you're just hitting that same kind of thing. You're going to go down here and do the G. You want to go, except for this time you're hammering on your on the 1st fret, your 1st finger on the 2nd string, or the B string, and your 2nd finger on the D string, 2nd fret. Like that, so. At the end of that sequence, you want to hit the D chord, and then that's when you start back up again with the part you did at the beginning. So it's the same exact thing for the rhythm guitar part, but the lead guitarist who's going to be harmonizing it, you can do different variations. Here's one of them where you just do the same thing again. That time I just did a little quick lick like that. So that's just you're bending up with the G string, and then your pinky's holding, while you bend this up with all these 3 fingers, your pinky's already holding down the 10th fret on the B and E strings. So you just pluck those individual notes coming down from it. Then you do a bend, release, pull off, and then a pull off on the D string. Then you go back into that riff again, or the second kind of riff, the easier variation of it. Because he starts singing immediately after that. There's no musical interlude before that, like at the beginning of the song. So whenever the singer's singing, you play that riff. Then the last part of the song that you need to know, pretty much, is this last riff where it's just going. So that's just I'm just using the middle 3 strings. I'm doing from the 5th fret to the what's it called, the 7th fret, you know, the D, G, and B strings. I'm just hitting those, and then going down to the 4th fret to the 5th fret, and then hitting a G, but this G is going to be a different kind, not like this that you played at the earlier part, but you're going to play it with, I guess I like to call it the Pete Townsend G, which he uses a lot, which is you're doing the same thing as a G, but you're putting you're getting the 5th on the 2nd string, or the B string on the 3rd fret. So you play that G, and then you go back all the way up here, and you're going to play a D major chord. But this is going to be kind of special because I'm going to get even more ringing in it by grabbing the low E string, and you're going to play it. I'm going to play a variation of that. So I'm hitting all all 3 middle strings, but I'm also hitting the low E string, which is a D right there on the 10th fret, because you got your, the same thing as the major pentatonic. It's in the major pentatonic, and I'm going to do that little G triad, but I'm still going to hit the low D when I'm doing the D, when I hammer onto the D triad when I'm playing that riff. So slowly. That's all it does. You just hit a D, then you do the D triad over D, two hits after that, and it should sound like that. And that's what it goes like that until the end of the song. The other, I'm just going to play over some of the first parts again, just to kind of reiterate what I did before. So the first part at the beginning of the song, it goes. Then the harmony part to that. Then the second time the harmony part, it's a little bit different. Let me play that again. Like that. And then the other part, the part right after that. And then the part at the beginning of the song before he starts singing vocals is. Then the last part that I'm going to show you again is the. So that's By Your Side by the Black Crowes. Thanks for watching. See you next time.